Hey guys, it's Vman here, back again with another IT review. I have dreaded, and I mean this, dreaded, doing this account review for a long time. The reason being, Giggles, I need to see something. If we look up this person's name on the Idleon leaderboards, he is top 10 in most things in the categories. Number 3 in building levels. Number 6, probably outdated in copper sample. Fly sample, number 7. Number 4, spore sample. He's tied for first place in meal level. I mean, everyone is. Max Shrine, he is top of the leaderboards in almost everything. Dragami, or in Twitch chat known as Giggles / is an extremely endgame player. If you remember from way earlier in 2024, I did an account review for Arlong. I think Arlong doesn't even compare when it comes to Giggles. So we have truly an endgame account on the roster for today. So I think I can say it with all utmost certainty that Giggles, you do not need help figuring out what to do. I think you know. I think you know what to do when it comes to Idleon. So this is not so much a list of things for you to do to improve your account, because you cannot compete with anything. I don't know how to help you, genuinely. I mean, I think the only advice I would give you is just you probably have already done in the seconds I've taken to babble about your account and, glow about how great your account is. But for all intents and purposes, Giggles is an extremely endgame account. So as opposed to as opposed to talking about what you should be doing right, I think it's fair to say you've done everything right and very min-maxed, and I don't think you can get better than this. I mean, you can realistically, but it's not really, you're trying to compete with people you don't need to compete with. But let's take some things that Giggles is doing. Let's talk about them. See what you can do to try to replicate with your account. Even if you're someone in World 3 looking to get here, it is very easy to do so, and you do not need to be as sweaty as Giggles, honestly. I will wait to roast Giggles while he has the ad break going on with Twitch, but whatever. So let's dive into it. Let's talk about some of the stuff. So let's look at his characters, his account page overall. So Giggles right now has the number 1 shrine level for his account. So he's reaching 28, 29 level shrines. You can technically speed this up and try to catch up with Giggles. It's going to take a lot of time candy. It's going to take a lot of golden cheese, so golden food farming and gold food effect. Shrine levels are really, really good for your account. Clearly a very pay-to-win account here because he has all Hyper 6 obols. These obols you can only buy in the gem shop, either just generally on limited shop rotations. It seems like he's gotten either really lucky or he's purchased every single limited time shop for all the Hyper obols and gotten as much drop rate. This is theoretically the highest amount of drop rate that you could possibly get on a family page. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a personal page for drop rate, but Hyper 6 obols are the highest drop rate percent that you can get from obols. The Dementia obol of Infamous 6s and the Magma obol of Big Time Domio, the Magma Boss obol. A personal page, you want 6 total, 2 for the personal page, 4 for the family page, and 5 sparkles and 8 Hyper 6, I think something like that. But yeah, it takes a lot of gems, aka swiping, to be able to get to this point. So anyways, going back to the shrines. Shrines are really good. It gets you crystal and giant spawn chance. Like I mentioned, gold cheese, the beanstalk for gold cheese, gold food effect, and a bunch of time candy will get you really high shrine levels, but getting to 28 is realistically not that easy unless there's some bonus that comes out in the next few updates in World 7, World 8, I don't know. But getting to 27 in and of itself is an achievement, so don't try to compare yourself. In terms of statues, I'm genuinely surprised you only have a level 156 Dragon Warrior statue. I would honestly suspect this would be like at 200 at this point, just because Dragon Warrior is really, really insane and boosting every single one of your other statues. Also would help you with stealthing. I mean, if you're probably Mastery 3, Floor 4 or something, I don't know. But yeah, just generally looking at this page, already insane. right? You ran 150, went straight to Monument. That makes complete sense. I don't know. Thank you for the follow. Yeah. Yeah, the statue bonus here is strictly insane. I mean, this stacks with the Voodoo statification. It stacks with the statue bonuses you get from your elite classes. Dragon Warrior also stacks with the sailing artifacts. Obviously, multiplies the statue bonus you get here. So this is an insane statue. It gets you an insane amount of bonuses for your character. It is like by far one of the best upgrades you can get for your account. So if you get to Cavern 9 in the hole, farm this out. This is an insanely powerful statue. Also, gets you closer to be able to hourly click thread vials and like Hocus Chopus, not vial, bubbles in Alchemy to get you more chopping efficiency and also luck stat. You know, really, really good. Anyways, yeah. So per hour. So just to give you reference, I said you can almost hourly click this bubble, and you very much so can. I'm pretty sure if you swap your Vman off of this, you can hourly click this bubble every single on every single one of your characters. Getting 2 or 3 levels of luck doesn't really do much for you, except for your Vman and getting you more damage, hitting you higher multi-kill tiers on the monsters, so you can get more portal speed runs, stuff like that. But the fact you are now in 2025 almost able to hourly click this bubble was unthinkable prior to the whole update. So give you perspective how powerful the Dragon Warrior statue. Your experience, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I imagine you're probably like hourly clicking, or not hourly clicking, you're trying to get like God Shard Vial up to 13. I don't know. Stamp level right now is almost at 21,000. Yeah, 21,000 is pretty insane. There's not a lot to manually upgrade at this point, maybe with the exception of the bank point stamp. That's with Gilded Stamp with 90% cost reduction. You can upgrade this, but why would you? I mean, right now, there's a lot of stamps you're just kind of relying on like 90%, or rather, no stamp left behind to get here. Shadow Ladle stamps to 320. Oh, this one? Very nice. Yeah. Makes sense. Did you have... Imagine this got hit by no stamp left behind then. Yeah. So, for those looking at... for those kind of in the end game looking at how you get these stamps to really high levels, multi-tool stamp, without no stamp left behind, you can get it to 230. It requires a really high level of Mason Jar stamp and a really high level of Bug Sack stamp. I think with Mason Jar, mine was 160, and my Bug Sack stamp was 232. With the Rucksack Prayer, with the carry capacity star signs doubled, with Seraph star signs, you are able to get enough carry capacity on your character to level multi-tool stamp naturally to 230. That's the hard cap for the stamp right now. Matty Bag stamp, I think is around 420, 410, 420. If you're a bug abuser, 430. You can get it here to 430 naturally. That's abusing a bug in the game, so I do not recommend doing that because it's probably bannable. But 420 realistically is the highest level you can get Matty Bag stamp without no stamp left behind hitting it. Mason Jar stamp, you can get this higher. You would be insane to do so. But 172 is a good stopping point, Giggle. But I mean, if you're pushing leaderboard, I mean, I guess get this up. Honestly, I mean, if you're looking for purely leaderboard standing stamp level, I would recommend trying to get some of the like 15 stamp breakpoint stamps up. There's things like the cooked meal stamp, which you can't do anymore because you've outscaled it. I think spice stamp is another 15. I think maybe no, I don't think so. I think you're outside the range. I don't know what the actually. I think you can. I think you might be able to get this up. You now have the cap. Okay. Yeah, no, I think you're right. I mean, the other limiting factor you're running into when it comes to stamps is no stamp left behind and hitting some of the more expensive stamps. Nest eggs is really expensive. Refinery stamp scales incredibly high in terms of coin cost. So does the atomic stamp. So does DNA stamp. There's absolutely no fucking way you're leveling that shit up. No way. But coin cost becomes a problem. So doing like Gmush farming and doing Samurai Guardians with DK, maybe not Samurai Guardians, but Mini Chief Spirits for DK active farming for coin cost is you're probably going to net you the most amount of Eclipse coins you can possibly get. Not that I'm recommending that you do Gmush farming, but you can do Gmush farming if you truly want to get you higher levels of coin generation. But that's unrealistic. Getting, what is that? A couple trillion, quadrillion Eclipse coins is not realistic right now. But you could upgrade Cool Diggy Stamp like another 1 level every day, maybe. You can't upgrade that. There's not really a lot of stamps that you can upgrade. Thanks for the follow. Not a lot of stamps you could naturally upgrade because the material costs are way too high for you right now. The coin costs are way too high for you right now. You're almost soft capped on stamps, which is crazy to say. But there still are a few stamps like Heart Stamp you can upgrade. Tomahawk Stamp you can actually upgrade another few levels. Battle Axe Stamp is probably one. Scimitar Stamp definitely you can get up. Not Clover Stamp. Bullseye Stamp? Yeah, Bullseye Stamp you could do. Buckler Stamp. There's also the Construction EXP one. Honestly, not bad. You can probably get this up to get some more Construction EXP. That's not terrible. Realistically, you can probably hit this like a 30% cost reduction, not going to lie. Anyways, we'll stop hovering on that. Mega Feathers at 16. Yeah, I don't think you can upgrade this for another few weeks, few months maybe, but definitely something to keep your eye on because it's going to get you more drop rate, it's going to get you more all stat, going to give you more damage, base damage, skill EXP, class. I mean, class. Who the fuck cares about class EXP at this point in the game? But getting to Mega Feather 17, getting another bonus of Orion would help a little bit, I guess. Not really. Help your damage by 0.00001% or something. But if you do get another Mega Feather, that is actually going to increase your drop rate. So, okay. Oh, okay. This is something big you can actually do. Getting to... I heard Arlong say that there was an issue with candying bubbles now. He was getting like way less bubbles, way less materials from actually candying bubbles. But getting this to 30,000 would be pretty huge for you. The more stats that you get on your character actually gets you more kill per hour. There is a, in the elite class, the World 4 elite class, you get kill per hour based off of your main stat. Increasing this bubble will give you more kill per hour, which allows you to get more Gmush kills, for example. Or if the new class comes out, I think there's some mention about massacring Sandy Pots, I don't know, or Mama Trolls, I don't know. Whatever the next update does, if it involves killing monsters, more stats is going to help you with that. But this is pretty insane. These bubble levels are really, really good. I'm a little disheartened to see your Hocus Chopus is only level 6,400. But yeah, hourly click enjoyer for sure. I see you're aiming for 90% on all of your bubbles. Is that right? Oh, this is just no bubble left behind heading in at this point. Okay. Check that. Call me Bob. What is that? Was it only 50,000? That's not bad. Aiming for 95%. That makes sense. Yeah. Good luck, buddy. Good luck, bud. Good luck. Wait, hit on Big Meaty Claws. The scaling on Big Meaty Claws is really low. So for those looking for damage, these base damage bubbles are actually pretty good. Name, I guess, is arguably the best candidate for increasing your damage, strictly because the material cost is really easy to obtain in terms of hourly clicking. You can hourly click this bubble. Max MP isn't terribly hard to scale, and you can get a ton of damage from hourly clicking this. You don't have to stick to strictly doing it every single hour on the day, but you can realistically upgrade this bubble to get you a decent amount of damage. Quick Slap still is insanely good, strictly because of the Dragon Warrior statue scaling your movement speed to insanely high levels. This gives you a ton of damage, so it is a good candidate to click with atoms. If you can get a good print on your Vman, you can maybe consider doing hourly clicks on this, but generally for Vman, I would recommend at this stage of the game just getting an hourly click for Call Me Bob. With the event giving you the printer output as well as the gold relic getting you printer output, and with how high multi-kill per tier we can get now, you can definitely hourly click Call Me Bob with just one resource slot as opposed to two. But Quick Slap is still a good resource, good bubble to increase your damage. Yeah, I mean, Quick Slap is good. Not as good as it once was, but you can still get a decent amount of damage from Quick Slap. No worries about that. Grind time at level 68,000, so levels on your character is not a problem. If you're a Bubo enjoyer, I'm sure you can probably get this to 70,000. Try to compete with Lil Lace Cat. Truly, try to get this to 100k. Good luck. Have fun. Get to a level 1100 Bubo. Yeah. Okay, how are your farming bubbles doing? Honestly, it's not bad. Stealth chapter is only 5,000. They're all at 99%. I mean, you can still get it up. Honestly, I would get it up to 10,000 just because. That's what I'm doing right now. 4,950. Yeah, I mean, get it up to 10k. Why not? You know, it's not like it's resource intensive at all, because farming is a joke. You're just liquid capped. That's it. I mean, just upgrade it. You're able to get another 0.00001% stealth. And that's it. Yeah. And correct me if I'm wrong, I am fairly certain that archer classes do increase this because of the archer bust bubble. So you can actually get more stealth if you active Beastmaster or you active Siegebreaker. So you can actually progress further in sneaking by being on an archer class because it scales this bubble stealth. Just fun fact, you know. But yeah, the tome bubble, since you're such a stat enjoyer and you clearly candy your bubbles, getting tome wisdom up even more, honestly, probably is going to get you more. It's going to get you more wisdom, and with how high your tome is, I imagine you're getting a pretty decent amount of percent wisdom from here. But upgrading this, probably getting another 0.001% is probably what you would get after another 1,000, 2,000 levels, which in the grand scheme of things doesn't sound too much, but it does scale. So it is pretty nice increase. Also, another free bubble to upgrade because farming resources at this point in the game are ridiculously easy to get and acquire. Let's see what you look. Okay, 1,000 on the liquid cap and rate. That's if you guys have any questions as to how to increase your liquid rate and capacity, it's being active on Bubo, sticking your characters in these cauldrons, and just going to town on cranium cooking. Tremor worms still get you really high cranium cook level and progression. Also, getting a high level of cooking roadkill to be able to active cranium cook more often on your Bubo is how you get here to get really high rate and cap on your cauldrons. He has 80,000 on liquid nitrogen, 80,000 on the water droplets, 80,000 on the tier 3. I don't remember the names for everything. Oh yeah, it's right here, liquid nitrogen. I'm so dumb. Trench water and toxic mercury. Getting a really high cap on this comes as a direct result of bleach cauldrons, dragonic cauldrons, and just cranium cooking doing liquid vestment on Bubo. That's how you get up to really high liquid rate cap. The more higher level, the higher cap you have, the more gems you can get out of the alchemy shop. You can realistically get up to like 10 gems for free every single day if you have Bubo active. Later on in the game, you can get 15 pretty realistically, and I think 16 to 18 is unachievable right now with how much liquid cap you can realistically get. More kills, no, it does not work like that. The fiber of absence prayer does not work for cranium cooking, if that's what you're asking. Okay. Okay. That's fucking crazy. My eye was immediately drawn to two things. Number one, red salt vials maxed at 13. This is a late game endeavor. If your refinery ranks are really high, this is something you can get up to level 13. As you guys know, the more level 13 vials you have, the more overall bonus these vials give you. It'll give you more efficiency in everything. It'll give you more sigil speed, construction build rate, cooking speed, artifact find chance, stamp cost reduction, which again turns into going back to stamps, getting higher level stamps. Getting level 13 Dreadnought vials, actually insane. It takes a lot of Dreadlow ore to do this, even with the forge capacity buffs from the hole. Getting this vial to 13 still takes a lot of time sink, And getting this vial up to level, was it 10 right now? 10? 11? I think this is 11, right? No, this is 10. I think this is 10. Getting this to 10 is pretty insane, actually. But getting it to 11 would be your next big thing. Like Giggles said, the Dreadlow ore, 500 billion ore is how much it took to get this to 13. God Shard takes trillions, I think. So you're going to need a lot of stacks in your storage chest to be able to support doing candy clicks or 2-minute claims, or rather like 4-minute claims on your Archer. With Giggle, honestly, I think you could do 2-minute claims and be fine. But you can get this up to level 11. The end goal is to get this to 13. Same thing for the Orange Salt Vial. I imagine you're pretty close actually to getting this here. You're only level 496 on Orange Salt is actually kind of crazy. Yeah. You had level 10 before the update. I mean, that was realistic. That's fine. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that you hard rushed red and you held orange. Yeah. Yeah. No, I can see that. It's okay. When I was on vacation, I put everything on 10% auto refine just to collect salts, and now I have like 260 mil red salt. So I myself am close to level 13 red salt vial, but I'm now increasing all of my salt levels at once so I can increase refinery speed. But definitely focusing on getting higher levels of orange salts is something you should absolutely do. Personally, since I'm not at this tier of echelon of endgame, you may want to consider auto-refining red salts. Sacrilegious, I know. Just so you can upgrade explosive salts. I don't know how often you check this. If you do this actually every 40 minutes, if you do this every 3 hours, then it's fine. You can just keep upgrading red salts. That's the preferable thing to do. You always want to level up red salts. It's generally bad advice to auto-refine red. But if you want to catch up your orange salts in higher levels, it will consume more red salts, but you are able to level up orange salts a lot faster for the focus of focusing that vial. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you know what to do. But if you want to get your vials for salts up to level 13, it's going to require keeping it on 0% and maximizing the amount of Omnifowl procs that you get on your characters to make sure to claim AFK time equal to the amount of time it takes to level up the refinery. So for orange salts, that's every 3 hours you want to collect on characters. Hopefully proc refinery to be able to level up again. Or in the case of red salts, collecting every 40 minutes on non-AFK time, on non-monument AFK time, because you can only do that in 1 hour increments, to be able to upgrade refinery salt, the red salts. As you level up the salts past the 1 million cost, the time it takes actually decreases. So it gets much faster to rank up these salts over time. Once you hit the thousands of levels, it takes only like hours to a couple minutes to be able to upgrade this. Okay, level 10 helium, level 11 kryptonite. You could upgrade this to level 12 kryptonite, especially with your prints. I imagine you did a reprint recently, correct? You got a frisbee print in your fucking... That's crazy. $147 billion on the oak log. 16 billion on the flies. Yeah. In short, kind of trash. I mean, yeah, I can see that. No bone meal sample. True. Quick question about Iodine Sigil. Just unlock them as sneaking. They're progressing without any characters in them is normal? That is not normal. Frisbee's a little low. So, for those asking, how the fuck does Giggles have a 400 billion copper ore print? The very short answer is the hole. Say what you will about the mining efficiency bonus from Bravery. It 18,000%, regardless of if it's additive or multiplicative, is an insane increase to mining efficiency. And you can clearly tell it is 4x's oak log print. Mining is just king for atom generation at this point, strictly because of Bravery. You could also hard focus catching efficiency for Justice to get you higher fly prints and stuff. But again, who cares? No one cares about catching. Regardless of if this is a 20,000% increase, no one cares about catching. The bonus here for catching is not really that important. You'd rather focus the upgrades in Justice on things like Summoning Essence gain, on more Lamp Wishes, Monument AFK gain, the Justice bonus multi. Despite this not working as of right now, the multi will come in handy when it does actually work. Same with Daily Lamp Wishes. This actually does not work, but it will eventually, hopefully, in the near future, in a year or so, work. Equinox. Everyone's stuck on the stream. No one should have this done. You're a cheater if this is done. Equinox Symbol's level 19. Good. Giggles, I would... Hold on, before I give you a device of what to actually upgrade, I want to see. Citric at 160. Breezy at 160. I think you need to do some tower defense, Giggle. I'm surprised, actually. With the save feature, I'm surprised you haven't done this already. Until Slow Roast is max. So are you focusing Slow Roast, or are you trying to get Faux Jewels for more drop rate? I mean, more drop rate's more drop rate, man. Well, you better decide soon. You have a day till this bar fills. You're doing Metal Detector? That's actually crazy. That's insane. I would argue drop rate. It is crazy. You are. I mean, yeah, if there's any... Okay, genuine question. Genuine question. Are you trying to get this upgrade to see if it works? Is that what you're trying to do? Actually, this is actually insane. 83,000 nuggets. I wish Oxy was in chat. Oxy just hit 1 billion nugget. It does work? Oh my god. So you can get 21 sprouts in gaming? I mean, clearly it's doable. Hold on, what level's your snail? Do you have 25 snail? Oh, you do? Okay. That's... I didn't know. And also, he's got 72 out of 72 in the logbook. I cannot bring myself to do this. I physically cannot sit there for hours on end to click through crops and get 3 chemicals to be able to do 72 logbook. This is actually insane. So, if you do not know, for those who are insane enough to try this, if you have every single crop and farming done, it'll make this so much easier. But once you get all the upgrades from Super Bits, once you get all the max evolution crops from farming and Jade Emporium, you can get up to 8 evolutions for crops and farming. In gaming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. So it's 8 evolutions per crop. This gives you a bit multiplier based off the alchemy bubble, I believe. So the more plants you have found in the logbook, the more bit multiplier you get. This is effectively as good as snail. This is effectively as good as bravery, as nugget, etc. But in short, the 7th and 8th evolution for crops are extremely hard to find despite having 180 crops, but you still can do it. How do you do it? Very simple. You sit here and you collect every crop that is not a chemical and not the crop you're farming. So if I wanted to go for this initial leaf, I would collect every single crop that is not leaf and not chemical. And you want up to 3 chemicals. You want up to 3 chemicals in your crop space. You don't want 4 because it's a little inoptimal for that. But you see I have 2 chemicals here. I have all leaves. Now I click a chem. The chem's evolved. And now I need to make space to get more chemicals. So I'll cycle between 2 crops, select the lowest level crop, hope for another chemical to grow. Once another chemical grows, I'll click on this chem so that chem grows up so I can eventually click it and do the same cycle over and over and over again. That's it. There's a little bit of min-maxing tricks that Giggles talking about here, but this is the cycle you want to do. You want to force it to evolve using chemicals, which can take days of you trying to do this and losing your fucking mind. But it is possible to do this. It's just a matter of your sanity and how willing you are to sit there and manually click up to 3 crops in gaming. But like Giggles is saying, what you can do is you can move something you can do is you can move these imports to block the growth position of plants to pigeonhole them into growing in favorable positions for you to not click inoptimally. So if I don't want a crop to grow in this bottom left, I would put my imports in the bottom left and a crop will not grow there. You can move the sprinkler the same. You can move the kitsune, the log, the snail, the shell, the shovel, but you cannot move the squirrel. And it will physically block the plants from growing in these positions. If I move the log down here, eventually something will grow in this right space here. See, right there. So I can move the log back. It'll prevent it from growing there. But you want to pigeonhole crops in specific areas. That way you can try to evolve the crops in favorable positions so you don't have to move your mouse as much. You see I'm moving it from top to bottom, bottom right, bottom left, stuff like that. You can min-max your mouse movement to save yourself from RSI and developing any fucking skin conditions or something. But yeah, that's something you can do kind of min-max gaming to get the 72 crop evo. But again, very min-max, very end game. Sticking with 64 crops is just fine. If you get the 90Q red super bits, you're fine. Move on. Forget about gaming until the next page comes out. Who the hell cares at this point? You're just doing this strictly for achievement hunting, strictly for tone progression and leaderboards. But if you want to compete with people who are like Giggle, either wait for World 7, World 8 to come out to catch up to them, because you'll get the bonuses at the same time they do and kind of progress similarly, just at a less efficiency pace to them. Or you can mindlessly sit here for hours on end to get a bigger number to eventually compete for the 1%, 0.5%, and 0.1% and be sweaty gamer. But yeah, if you're addicted to Idleon, that's something you can do. Up to you, man. I'm not doing that. That's crazy. Anyways, little tangent. I actually learned that from TTB in the Discord. Shout out to you, man. Thank you so much. I learned while scrolling through the Idleon accounts reviews you were doing. Ketchup stamp. Oh yeah, Giggles. I'm surprised you haven't unlocked ketchups in Danger Scissors stamp yet. I don't see it, man. You should get to that. The ketchup stamp will drop from Green Mushrooms in World 1, and Danger Scissors will drop from, I think, the Sash, the Mustache guys in World 3. Oh no, Frosty Flakes. Frosty Flakes. That's right. As a disclaimer, those watching YouTube, those aren't real stamps. Where's your Megafish? The bonuses here. Oof, unfortunate. Little inoptimal, I think. No, it's fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. 8 Megafish. 25% AFK gain almost. How lucky are you on the shiny fish? Man, Fisheroo is such pain. Such pain. Yeah, I got nothing for you here. 5.6. What's happening here? What? 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 That's okay. Okay. Genuine thing you can do to be a little min-maxy. You could, so not a lot of people know this. There is a thing in Tome for total digits of all Death Note kills. So for every power of 10, essentially, you get in Death Note, you get a little bit more Tome points. So if you want to min-max Tome a little bit, you can actually get to 10 billion on some of these mobs to get you like 1 extra Tome point or something. I don't know. You can get frogs up to 10 billion. You can get frogs up to 10 billion pretty easily. Rats, you can get up to 10 billion pretty easily. The Neptunes, you can get up to 1 trillion pretty soon. Stilted Seekers, easy 10 bill. Tremor Worms, active Bubo here. Do some cranium cooking, get this up to 100 bill. Would you believe me if I said I wasn't trying to get the... I would believe you. That's accurate. The 220 billion Lantern Spirits makes complete sense after seeing the fact that your Vman has the God Shard gloves. Yep. Ooh, reminds me, do you have bags on everyone? Ooh, okay. This is something you could do. As opposed to farming... check that. Yeah, you're farming Black Lenses. I see that. But the fact you don't have the Herculean Matty pouch on everyone, little insulting. The fact you got God Shard gloves first, it's pretty telling. I mean, you have Colossal on your ES, which is that's crazy, you know. Slacking, yeah. Pets, that's what I'm looking for. 14. Ooh, your shiny pet ones aren't at level 14, 15 yet. Looks like everything's at 12. Yeah, I see everything's at 12. No, it's not. No, it's not. Giggles, come on, man. You're trolling. Oh, the Captain EXP gain. I mean, these aren't terrible to get up to. Yeah, no. These are only going to take like a day. I mean, you can active Beastmaster and get this done within a day, easy. You only need to put like 1 of them in there. You can get all these up. Yeah, you can get all of these up. Just get like 1 or 2 copies of them and just throw them in there. But next goal, do you get the meal bonuses? Good. Drop rate. Drop rate would be a good one to try to get up to 15. Do you get the summoning EXP one? All right, you're trolling. The summoning EXP is actually really good because of Seraph Star Signs. Yeah, getting the skill EXP, the summoning EXP 1 up to 15 actually would help a decent bit in getting you more more summoning EXP, which allows you to get Seraph Star Signs up to the 120 breakpoint and 140 breakpoint. Yeah, aim for 140. Duh. Okay, good. You have at least 750 cooking. Mining, good. Some of these characters aren't hitting the 17 min talent level though. So doing some more, doing atoms into Big P or doing divinity levels on your character is probably something you could do, Giggles. Yeah, I mean, that's particularly important for Bubo. I want you to experiment for me. Try to get 400 talents for Bubo. Yeah, those are all 17, but it will round up to 18 is what I'm saying. So these aren't at 17.01, which would round up, I think. Unless it's like 17.5, or I don't know. But yeah. Yeah, get your ES up to 900, 1,000. Yeah, ES can probably hit 400, especially with Mastery 3, and especially with how high your grind time is, and I don't know how many pearls you have, but you could get this up. I mean, probably nothing like 10,000 levels of Big P. I mean, okay. Good. You don't have all Ender Captains, which is a little unfortunate. So, hear me out, Giggles. You can maybe daily click the Big P bubble with enough loot value from Ender Captains and obviously upgrading loot value from your boats, putting it on the first island for the resource for Big P. You can possibly click that every single day from sailing resources to help you out with your Big P grind. You can probably do that. Yeah, I mean those are free as opposed to using atoms. And if you get more Ender Captains, it would make that journey a little bit easier too. In fact, I might do that. That way you can use your atoms on other things. Let's be real, Giggles. Are you abusing the Vman bug? Is that what that is? Yeah. I mean, abusing is probably not the right word. So, a little forewarning. I guess cat's out of the bag. I can't really turn away from this one in the IE review on YouTube. But there is a bug with Vman in the game. Do not do this, otherwise you might get banned. If you take your Vman and go into World 5 Town, you can up the amount of trophies you found, which counts towards your slab and counts towards tome, to artificially inflate the amount of trophies you found. Please note, there are not 126 trophies in the game. There's 20, 21, something like that. So that's the actual cap for trophies. 22, sorry. But there is a bug with Vman. If you take Vman, go into World 5 Town, it will add 2 trophies to slab every single time. I think it's 3, right? Because it's 1 for J-Man. Oh, 1 trophy, 3 slab. Never mind. But this is, I think, an oversight by Lava when he recently did a bug fix for unlocking the Vman stuff. But currently, the bug is still available in the game. It does increase your tome points. It does increase your slab count. I don't know if it increases the slab bonuses you get, but do not do this. It is a bug. You could get banned for this. But that's what I was referencing when I'm talking about a slab never being that high. Unfortunately, it's sometimes... I mean, I'll defend Giggles on this. I mean, it's such an easy thing to take your Vman and go into World 5 Town. I mean... It just happens sometimes. And if you're as active as Giggles, I don't think he's bug abusing. I think it's just an unfortunate circumstance of him being an endgame player playing his account this often. Okay. But yeah, I mean, as we talked about earlier, your farming bubbles, you can definitely get those bubbles up a lot more. You collect sailing with Vman. That's probably it. But you can get your farming bubbles up more, getting up to 10,000 for a little bit extra percent in stealth, a little bit extra tome, wisdom points, etc. So collecting your crops and either getting more beans to reset to upgrade, like the speed and EXP and stuff like that, or doing those farming crops to upgrade your stealth chapter, upgrade your wisdom and tome, etc. Yeah, I didn't know about that until recently either, so it happens. But yeah, if you're aiming for bean reset, OG fertilizer is a really good one to do. The more OG chance you get, the more tome points you can get, because you can get up to like 16 mil OG pretty easily, I'll say. 181 milliseconds is Crazy. Is this accurate for... I have no idea. Are you at 10k all gemstones? You can maybe go back to Mastery 2 and get higher of some of these. Getting like higher sneaking EXP would probably help you with some stealth. Getting higher max level for your... these aren't at 10,000. So in sneaking, probably aiming for 10,000 gemstones is probably pretty important for you. And getting higher gold relics is probably... Yeah, gold star and lotuses. Okay, yeah. Doing gold star, getting this higher for more max level. And also getting higher sneaking EXP, the eye, as well would be pretty good. Ooh. Endless 81. I'm stuck with you here. And you got everything maxed on the beanstalk. I unfortunately was myself trying to max out my beanstalk, and I unfortunately went to World 6 instead of World 5 for one instance, and I am 7,000 golden bread off from being able to hit 100k golden bread on the beanstalk, but I'm almost there with you. So good. Yeah, for those who are on the gold food grind, a lot of these are farmable in the worlds through crystal mobs like World 1, World 3, World 3 here, World 5, World 5, World 6, World 6, World 2 butterflies, World 3, yeah. Golden Rips, World 4. This is craftable. This is pretty easily craftable. World 2. But the only ones that are really hard to get, relatively speaking, are golden cakes, golden kebabs, golden jams, and golden bread. Golden bread you can farm in World 3 or World 5 in higher quantities. World 3 is just a pain. If you want to get more Death Note kills, I recommend doing it in World 3. But for sheer numbers, for beanstalk farming, doing it in World 5 is a lot easier and a lot better. I recommend doing it on Bubo because DK's Orb does not work in the Coliseum for World 5. Doing it on Bubo allows you to kill things faster, which gets you more Coliseum points, which allows you to hit break points for more chests in the Coliseum, which allows you to get more golden food. Also, the more drop rate you get, I think every 2 or every 5 drop rate that you get is a break point for more golden bread. So I think when I was doing it, I was getting like 2,300 golden bread every single run, something like that, not including the tickets. But you can get a lot of golden bread out of the World 5 Coliseum with like 50x drop rate, which is what I had at the time. Same thing with golden kebabs. Golden kebabs drop a lot in the World 6 Coliseum. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but the World 6 Coliseum gives you a ton of golden kebabs as well as golden jam. Or is that World 5? I don't remember. World 6 or World 5 for golden jam? You can also get this in World 1. If you want to do Death Note, killing the World 1 Coliseum on DK will get you a lot of golden jam as well. Do you get enough tickets to farm food in Coliseums? You only get 3 tickets every single day. That is the cap. There's another way to get tickets, but I do not recommend it for your sanity, which is P.O. Box farming with World 4 resources, which is heavily nerfed. It's like a 1 in 1,000 appearance rate or something like that. So realistically, do not do that. Jams are World 6. There you go. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, here was a little overview of an endgame account. Obviously, there's nothing really to review here, but just to look at, admire, and glean hopefully some bit of information that was helpful to you. Give you an insight about what an endgame life looks like in Idleon. Your real life would blend into Idleon at this point. You no longer know the meaning of fresh air or grass or family or friends or work. Idleon becomes your new job. It takes over your life, and you probably get like sleep paralysis demons, etc. So yeah, for all intents and purposes, if you're a casual gamer, you will never see the lifestyle of Giggles. But you know, eat, sleep, and dream Idleon, exactly. But this is a little preview into what an endgame account will really look like. Green stacking things that aren't meant to be green stacked, going where no man has ever gone before, and suffering the consequences of eternal nightmare and eternal bliss and dreams of reaching endgame leaderboard grinding and stuff. So thanks, Giggles, for the account. Ending on a depressing note there. Thank you so much for stopping by the review, guys. Have a great day on YouTube. I'll see you guys in the next review.